Not every home for sale in Saskatchewan is a good buy. Some can turn into absolute money pits, insurance headaches, or even properties that lenders or future buyers won't touch, meaning your dream home can quickly turn into a nightmare. As a mortgage broker, I've seen it all. Buyers excited about a place until the inspection report or lender feedback come in and it crushes their plans. Today, I'm gonna walk you through the main types of homes that first-time home buyers should think twice about. And during this episode, I'll also share the number one thing that you can do to protect yourself as a buyer.
This is the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast.
First on our list is old homes. Older homes can have character, charm, and that cozy feel, but underneath, they can also hide some serious problems. Here are the big three. Lead pipes. What could be worse than not being able to trust the water coming out of your pipes? Common in homes built before the 1960s, it is obviously a health risk, and to get it remediated is going to cost you thousands of dollars. Second on this list is knob and tube wiring. This older electrical system can be a fire hazard and is often a no-go for insurance companies and the banks. Even if you can get the financing, remember, when you go to sell the home, you are going to be dealing with a very limited pool of buyers who want or be able to get financing to buy it from you. And lastly, asbestos. Most dangerous on this list, as the wrong type of exposure to asbestos can literally kill you. Found in insulation, floor tiles, and even old popcorn ceilings. Removal has to be done professionally, and the bill can be huge. This is also a future buyer pool issue as well. You have to disclose this to a future buyer, and it can obviously be a huge turnoff if it's not remediated prior to someone else taking possession. If you're still wanting to move forward with buying an older home, make sure to check if it has any of these three items. Second is we have major home issues. This might be super obvious to some of you, but if you are a first-time home buyer and you've never owned a home before, keep an eye out for these key factors. Poor foundation grading. Water running towards your house instead of away can seep into your basement or crawl space, causing flooding, mold, and long-term structural damage. Fixing grading often means re-landscaping or adding drainage systems, which can cost thousands and may not completely solve the underlying water table issues. I remember touring a house a couple years ago, and from the pictures and the outside, everything looked fine until you noticed the slope of the floor. The grading in the backyard went towards the home, and what had happened was the water in the backyard was running underneath the house, and the house itself was dropping in the middle. To fix that issue, you're talking about an incredible amount of labor, manpower that would have needed to go towards fixing it. Luckily, we had a good realtor who pointed it out right away, and we obviously passed on buying that house. Drafty or damaged windows, gaps, cracks, or warped frames let warm air escape in the winter and cool air leak out in the summer. Not only will your heating and cooling bill get astronomical, but excess moisture can build up inside, causing condensation, rot, and even mold around the window frames. If you look at a home, pay attention to the windows, because if they're not up to standard, you're likely going to have to change them in the future, which is going to be expensive. Poly B piping. This gray plastic plumbing material used in many homes from the late 70s to the mid 90s is prone to cracking and leaking over time. The risk is so well known that some insurance companies refuse coverage or require expensive replacement before issuing a policy. And lastly, worn out roofs. Looking at a roof, it might be obvious to you that you might need to put new shingles on it. But what might not be obvious is that a roof that has old or worn out shingles or that is in disrepair can leak, leading to water damage in ceilings, insulation, and even electrical systems. In Saskatchewan, harsh winters and summer storms can accelerate roof deterioration. If you're buying a home with a worn out roof, you need to make sure that you're not going to deal with an expensive repair in the future. If these issues aren't obvious, they can still pop up after you move in, so make sure to get an inspection and factor repair costs into your budget if you're moving forward with a type of property like this. Number 3, homes that are hard or nearly impossible to finance. Now here's something not even your realtor is necessarily going to be able to know about. Not every home qualifies for a mortgage. That's right, you might find the perfect property but be unable to get a loan on it, or more importantly, you will have a limited amount of people who will be able to buy your property in the future. Here are the properties to avoid. Mobile homes. In a period of time where home affordability is unattainable, mobile homes start to look incredibly attractive because they often come with a very low purchase price. But there is a reason why they're usually so much cheaper than getting into an entry-level condo or townhouse. It is incredibly difficult to find a lender who will lend on a mobile home, and even lenders who lend on mobile homes will sometimes have very strict restrictions on which ones they will provide financing on. Not to mention that lot fees can eat into the affordable aspect of owning a mobile home, and realistically, you're much less likely to get the appreciation that a lot of homeowners get from owning a condo, townhouse, or a house. So in general, I would avoid buying a mobile home.
Real estate investing does not have to be a full-time job. Randall, Hoeber, and Boys Group Realty provide complete property management services in Yorkton and surrounding areas, allowing investors to enjoy passive income without the headaches of day-to-day management. From finding tenants to handling maintenance and rent collection. Whether you own a property or are just getting started in the market, Randall, Hoeber, and Boys Group Realty makes it simple. Call Randall Hoeber at 306-782-1323 or email info@ralixenterprises.com to take the next step towards hands-free real estate investing. Your property, our expertise. Whether it's your home, business, or farm, Pioneer Solar and Renewables has you covered. As leaders in residential, commercial, and agriculture solar solutions, they make clean energy easy and affordable. Visit pioneersolarenergy.com or give them a call to begin harnessing the power of the sun today. Are you investing in real estate? Let Krishna with Boys Group Realty take care of everything. Finding properties, purchasing, renovations, leasing, and management, leaving you to focus on building wealth. Whether it's a single rental or an entire portfolio, serving Saskatchewan and surrounding areas, helping maximize cash flows and minimize stress. If you're looking for an expert to manage your investments, reach out today, home@meetkrishna.ca.
Homes on lease land. This is very common with properties near lakes or resort villages. Homes can be on leased land, meaning you own the home, but not the land underneath. This is mainly a concern from a lending standpoint. Your pool of available lenders who can give you a mortgage is going to be much smaller. Again, this goes back to a resale point. If there is a very small group of buyers who can buy your property in the future, it can be hard to move on from it, and you might not have as desirable a property as if it was a freehold property. Lastly, former drug houses or grow-ops. In general, these are an absolute no-go for lenders. Even if it has been remediated, some lenders will still not consider offering financing. And lastly, at number 4, we have environmental and location issues. So this one's not so much related to the property itself, but the surrounding areas. Some of these factors might make life difficult for you long-term, or even lenders will have an issue with lending on properties that are close to some of these facilities. Industrial zones. The issue with living close to a business, especially one that is doing loud, noisy work, is they're always going to be there. Make sure to pay close attention to this when you're looking for properties to buy, because if you're close to a business, they're likely not going to be able to accommodate any reduction in noise. Close to airports or train tracks. Here's the same issue as the industrial zones. Planes and trains, they wait for no one. I lived in an area of Saskatoon that was close to the railroad tracks in Sutherland, and at parts of the day, when a big train rolled through, you'd literally feel the house shake as the train rolled by. So after a while, you do get used to it, but if that was something that bothered you, you are much better off avoiding a home close to an area like this. Next to a fire station or school. This one's interesting because it would almost seem like a benefit to be close to a fire hall or a school, but from a noise perspective, fire stations might not be the greatest neighbor, obviously, and although it sounds like a great idea to be very close to a school, they get incredibly congested consistently twice a day, and most schools also have bells and alarms that will go off at different times. And lastly, windy or exposed areas. This is a truly Saskatchewan issue, as it can get very windy in different areas of the province. I know some people who live in Moose Jaw, for example, and they live in a very nice part of Moose Jaw. The issue that they find is they are backing a field and there is absolutely no windbreak. So this can be a big consideration if you don't like the wind, to understand where the wind blows, and it can also be a housing issue that you might need specialized roofing material so you're not constantly having to repair shingles. Well, none of these items are necessarily a deal breaker. If things like noise or wind are incredibly irritable to you, it's really important to make sure that you're being mindful of that when choosing your next forever home.
The Saskatchewan Realtors Association supports over 1,700 realtors across the province. Their members provide expert insights to help you navigate the market. Visit sra.ca for monthly stats, industry updates, and to find a realtor near you.
So with all that being said, how do you protect yourself before you buy? One of the smartest moves that you can make as a first-time buyer is to demand that your realtor request a property condition disclosure statement, or PCDS. This is a legal document where the seller must disclose any known issues with the property. Leaks, past flooding, structural problems, and more. It's not a guarantee that nothing's wrong, but it does give you an extra layer of transparency and legal protection that can help you if something undisclosed pops up later. Buying your first home in Saskatchewan should be exciting, not stressful. If you avoid these types of properties, or at least go in with your eyes wide open, you will save yourself a lot of headaches and financial surprises. If you ever want to know how a property looks from a lender's perspective, that's exactly what I do as a mortgage broker. Reach out and I'll help you make sure the financing side goes smoothly. And if you found this helpful, support the channel by hitting the like and subscribe button for more Saskatchewan real estate tips, and share this video with anyone that you know who's buying their first home. Until next week, I'm Ron Quaroni, your Saskatchewan mortgage professional. Bye for now.